Major approaches to the study of personality. Humanistic approach. The humanistic approach to personality emphasizes the importance of individual experiences, self-actualization, and personal growth. It emerged as a reaction to behaviorism and psychoanalysis, which were the dominant theories in psychology during the mid-20th century. Before going to the details, please remember to subscribe this channel if you are new here. Do watch other videos in this channel, share it with students and those who love learning psychology. Thank you. Major approaches to the study of personality. In previous videos, we have learned the type approaches, the trait approaches, the psychodynamic approach and the post-Freudian approaches, and then the behavioral approach and cultural approach. In this video, we will learn about the humanistic approach. The major theorists were Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow. The humanistic approach. Humanistic perspective of personality. It focuses on psychological growth, free will, and personal awareness. It takes a more positive outlook on human nature and is centered on how each person can achieve their individual potential. Humanistic psychology is the third force. This field in psychology was an answer to the first two forces of psychoanalysis and behaviorism in psychology. This is because humanistic psychologists like Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow, they saw some limitations in psychoanalytic and behavioristic psychology. The most influential humanistic perspective theorists, both the Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow, believed in the inherent goodness of people and emphasized the importance of free will and psychological growth. Abraham Maslow suggested people are motivated by the hierarchy of needs. In this video, let's see the humanistic approach theory by Carl Rogers. Carl Rogers was a prominent figure in humanistic psychology and is best known for his person-centered theory of personality. His theory emphasized the importance of the individual's subjective experience, self-actualization, and the therapeutic relationship. Let's see the key aspects of Carl Rogers' humanistic theory. First one, self-concept. According to Rogers, self-concept refers to individuals' perception and beliefs about themselves, including their values, abilities, and identity. It is the core aspect of personality and shapes how individuals perceive and interact with the world. For example, imagine a person who sees themselves as intelligent, compassionate, and artistic. They believe that they possess these qualities and they are an important part of their identity. This perception of themselves, it is their self-concept. Next is self-actualization. Rogers believed that every individual has an innate drive towards self-actualization. It involves the realization and fulfillment of one's unique potential. Self-actualization is the process of becoming the best version of oneself and aligning one's actions with personal values and aspirations. An example of self-actualization is a musician who strives to reach their full potential by constantly improving their skills, exploring new genres, and expressing themselves authentically through their music. They are driven by their inner motivation to become the best musician they can be. Next is unconditional positive regard. Rogers introduced the concept of unconditional positive regard, which involves providing acceptance, support, and empathy to individuals without judgment or conditions. This creates a safe and non-threatening environment for personal growth and fosters a sense of self-worth. For example, a parent providing unconditional positive regard might consistently express love, acceptance, and support to their child, regardless of their achievement or mistakes. The child feels valued and accepted for who they are, fostering a sense of self-worth and encouraging their personal growth. Next is congruence and incongruence. Rogers proposed that psychological well-being depends on the congruence between an individual's self-concept and their actual experience. When there is congruence, the individual's self-concept aligns with their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. In contrast, incongruence occurs when there is a mismatch between the self-concept and actual experience, and it leads to psychological distress and maladjustment. Let's see an example. Suppose an individual has a self-concept that includes being kind and helpful to others. In their daily life or day-to-day life, they frequently engage in behavior that are selfish or hurtful to others. This discrepancy between their self-concept and actual behavior, it creates a sense of incongruence and may lead to feelings of guilt or inner conflict. Next is therapeutic relationship. Rogers believed that the therapeutic relationship between the therapist and the client is crucial for personal growth and healing. The therapist provides an environment of empathy, genuineness, and unconditional positive regard, allowing the client to explore their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Through this process, the clients can develop greater self-awareness, self-acceptance, and personal growth. For example, in therapy, a client shares their struggles and challenges with the therapist. The therapist actively listens, provides empathy, and creates a non-judgmental space for the client to explore their thoughts and emotions. This therapeutic relationship facilitates self-exploration, personal growth, and the resolution of psychological issues. Next is client-centered therapy. Based on his theory, Rogers developed a therapeutic approach called client-centered therapy. It is also known as the person-centered therapy. This approach emphasizes the client's autonomy and self-direction in the therapeutic process, with the therapist acting as a facilitator rather than an expert. The goal is to help clients develop a greater understanding of themselves, resolve conflict, and work towards self-actualization. For example, the therapist may ask open-ended questions to help the client gain insight into their own experiences, thoughts, and emotions. The therapist creates an atmosphere of acceptance and support, allowing the client to feel safe and empowered in their journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Carl Rogers' humanistic theory had a significant impact on the field of psychology, particularly in the areas of therapy, education, and personal development. His emphasis on the subjective experience, self-actualization, and the importance of the therapeutic relationship, it helped shift the focus from pathology and dysfunction to personal growth and well-being. So in this video, we have learned about the humanistic approach by Carl Rogers. In that, we have learned about the key concept of the humanistic theory like self-concept, self-actualization, unconditional positive regard, congruence and incongruence, therapeutic relationship, and client-centered therapy. Hope you liked this video. In the upcoming video, we will learn about Abraham Maslow's humanistic approach. So please share and subscribe. Thank you and keep smiling.